gotta put it in. Gotta put it in the window.
Oh my gosh, March is here, which means the weather might be getting warmer. I'm not sure. It's England, but I do know for a fact that I will be vlogging for you this month of reading. The intention is to read like backlist books from my Daddy Wrath TBR jar pulls. If you haven't watched those videos, I'll link them up above and down below, where I have to pull a couple books from my shelf each month and read those. And I haven't read them because I'm a mood reader. So let's be honest, this month I probably won't read them. I'll probably end up mood reading, but I'm gonna try. So, let's get started. Hey, my name's Ragan, by the way. I make bookish content here on the internet. Like and follow for more, and let's start reading. I'm finally going to try to finish What Hunts Inside the Shadows. I say finally, but I have been working on this book for a good 4 months, and I made some more progress with it last night. I'm on page 333. The characters in here are just so aggravating to me, and the plot line is just ridiculous, and so I'm not enjoying it, but I'm holding out hope because I loved book 1 so much. So anyway, I have like 60 pages left of this book. I could finish this today. Maybe. And then from my January draws, I have Castles in Their Bones by Laura Sebastian. No, February draw. And I've been meaning to get to this for months since I got it back in like September. So I really do need to read this. So that's the plan for today. And I don't go to work until this afternoon. So let's just make a coffee and read in bed until then. So I only managed to read 30 pages of this book today because I'm just so annoyed with it. Like, great writing, bad ideas, bad execution. The characters are just, I can't with them. But I only have 35 pages left, so I'm pushing myself to finish it on the tube today. And I'm about to head into downtown London for work. But before we do that, I asked you on Instagram last week for a new coffee recommendation because I'm just like sick of the same old iced coffee order that I've been getting for the last year. So one of you, shout out to Geeky Nerdy Girl, you know who you are. I'll link you down below. Check her out. She offered her coffee order to me, and it's like so specific, but I'm gonna go get it. I'm so excited. It's a tall pistachio latte with blonde espresso, ristretto shot, 3 pumps of pistachio, 1 pump of white mocha, and almond milk. And then she like gave more details. Like, oh my God, I'm so excited. It's so specific. I'm always just like, iced coffee with soy milk and caramel. Like, that's just my go-to. But I'm going to try something new and like maybe pump myself up for this book. Hey guys, it is day 2. It is 6 p.m. I have a lot to update you on. Oh my gosh, today's been crazy. I like literally bought myself a bottle of wine, and please excuse my dirty house, but I have finished. Where's the book? Okay, so I finished book 2, this one, What Hunts Inside the Shadows, and like, I just can't even, redundant, and literally I think that they had sex in the woods 18 times, and I will do us all a favor, and I will go through and I will count the exact number of times and pop it up on the screen. I've just sat down to count how many times they had sex in this book, and I can't, you guys. I can't sit here for 4 hours and do it because I swear to God it's every other page. Just take my word for it, okay? So, that being said, I ordered myself some treats for World Book Day, and a couple of them have already come. So we've got The Emperor of Evening Stars, which is like book 2.5 / book 3. I mean, it says 3 here, but the old covers, because this is a rebrand, that said book 2.5, and then book 3, and this is in the Bargainer series. And if you didn't know, Rhapsodic was my favorite book of 2022. So good. I didn't love book 2 as much. This is definitely a dark, well, okay. It's a romance, and the romance is beautiful, but there are dark horror topics in here and like trigger warnings. So I'll go through those in a little bit. But the exciting news is I got another box because I just wanted to treat myself. So should we do an unboxing? Okay, just like ignore the fork and the cord and the hairbrush. I don't know. Right, treats. So, if you can see me, hi. I read Rhapsodic through Kindle Unlimited last year. No, it wasn't Kindle Unlimited. I paid for it. But I loved it so much, I had to buy physical copies. And I did get the new covers. I'll pop the old covers up on the screen because I think I like those better. But we do have books 1 and 2 here. So we have Rhapsodic and A Strange Hymn. This is about I'm gonna say he's a man, but like, you know, twists and turns will come. And he makes a bargain with this girl, Callie, for everything. That was a horrible explanation. Can I go through that at some other time? I'm just too tired, you guys. And like, how pretty with them all together. I like these covers a lot better in person. Then, because my friend Macy from the Bright Side Girl, I'll link her channel below, is doing a Galaxy-a-thon readathon, I decided to join in and read a book, and this is called Rogue Princess by B.R. Myers. This is a space Cinderella retelling. So if I'm gonna read a space book, I have to make it a fairy tale. It's so pretty. Look at these colors. The pastels, you know? Okay, nothing on the inside, but I'm really excited about this book. And like, I don't read a lot of science fiction, spacey books, but I'm thinking this is gonna have like fairy tale elements to it, obviously, with it being a retelling. I am so proud of my husband for trying to read the Harry Potter series. This is like the first time he's reading, well, he did read one book, and I finally convinced him to read Harry Potter, and I didn't have to do much convincing. Like I did for the last year. I was like, you should read it, you should read, like you should try reading this. And he bought the books himself, and for World Book Day, I decided to treat him. The hospital scene from Harry Potter, I mean, how cute is that? He's on his way home now, so I'm gonna pour some wine, order some burgers or pizza, I'm not sure, do Lego, and read books. My bookshelves are so messy. I don't know where I'm putting these at the moment, but I did start The Emperor of Evening Stars today. I'm not too far into it, 52 pages. The writing is very easy to read. Like, it's not the best, but it's exactly what I need, especially having been in a slump lately. Oh, I need to update you on the coffee order debacle. So yesterday I obviously tried one of your coffee drinks, and I've asked you on Instagram to give me your coffee orders because I'm so sick of getting the same thing over and over again that I just need something new and exciting in my life. And as far as coffee goes, it's the greatest thing ever. And the guy literally said, "What is pistachio?" to me. And I was like, you know, like the nut, like pistachio, he didn't know. And then they had to pull someone out from the back to tell me that they don't do that in the UK, it's only in America. So that was disappointing. So I put the poll up again, and I tried Callie's drink order. I'll pop it up on the screen here for you if you want to try it. And Callie recommended doing a vanilla cold cream. So I said vanilla cold cream. He didn't know what I was talking about. He said that they can do a vanilla foam. So like coffee creamer isn't big here in the UK, like Creamer Mate, you know what I'm talking about, that you can buy at Target. Like people don't use creamer, which is probably a good thing because I recently learned on TikTok that it can be carcinogenic. Yikes, but I do love the taste of it. So I'm gonna have to try, I think I'm trying one tomorrow. And it's a cinnamon dolce one, so I don't know, we'll see. Hello, it's been a hot minute since we've last spoken. It's been several days, and I do have some things to update you on. The first one being that I have finished Rogue Princess, and it took a turn. Okay, so this is not a bad book, and as I was reading it, I was like, okay, this is gonna be 3 stars because it's fun, it's cute, it's different. It totally reminds me of Blade Runner 2049. If you've seen that movie, you kind of would understand the romance that is very familiar in this book. It's very sci-fi, and I like several aspects in this book. One being that there's like a dark district, and basically the poor are like on the ground, and then the wealthier you are, the higher up your house is because of land and like the limited amount they have. They build and build and build on top, so the bottom layer, everyone is living in complete darkness and in the shadows of the houses above them. And I really liked that. And there's this whole plot with the the planet needing plasma because it powers everything. But then we got a little bit past the midway point, and I was like, the plot is too fast. The characters are forgettable. Like, there are a lot of characters in here, but we don't get to actually know enough about them to really care, especially the princes that are vying for the princess's hand in marriage. Like, you know their names and like their descriptions, but like I couldn't remember any of them. It was kind of irrelevant to the story. There was a big turn and the plot twist took me by surprise, and it's not a bad plot twist, but like it's not for me. I'm gonna say what it is now, so skip ahead to this timestamp if you want to avoid spoilers. In 3, 2, 1. Okay, so she falls in love with an android. The main character is an android, and he's like this high-tech android robot that has fake memories, and he like can bleed and bruise, but then like he's, you know, cured because he's technically all wires and stuff on the inside. And then like there was a conversation at the end of the book on the second to last page, and she's like, are you functional? Like, can we, you know, get jiggy with it? And he's like, yeah, I'm functional, but like obviously I can't produce children with you. And I was like, this is weird. Like, it's not for me. I gave it 1.5 stars at the end of the day, which is such a shame because I love Cinderella retellings and this is like really beautiful. But I did read this for my friend Macy's Galaxy-a-thon challenge, so I read a sci-fi space retelling and like I'm not mad about it. Anyway, I am, however, reading Castles in Their Bones by Laura Sebastian. I'm on page 319, and I have read 319 pages in the last 24 hours. I am loving this. This totally reminds me of Empress Marie Theresa, you know, the mom of Marie Antoinette, and like she basically conquered all of Europe and sent her children off to conquer other countries, and she like became empress of them all. It's like that actual history, but like make it fantasy in a fantasy world, and then combine stardust magic and constellation magic. It is so much fun. I'm really enjoying this, and I can definitely see myself at least giving this 4 if not 5 stars and buying the sequel. So I have about 200 pages left. Quite a heavy book. Wow. Yeah, 513 pages, but I could see myself finishing this tonight after I get all my work done. Hello. Yes, please ignore the lone husband in the background. There's a tube strike today and he's working from home. So I have finished Castles in Their Bones by Laura Sebastian, and it's definitely in the YA like bubble. Like, it doesn't break out of its YA-ness, but I still had a fun time with it, and the ending was especially really good. I hope that the people that die in this book stay dead. Like, I hope we don't get that like magic, like what's the word, magical convenience of bringing people back to life in the sequel. But I did enjoy it so much and I gave it 4 stars. It's just like a fun time. It's cute, it's fun, there's a lot of politics and light romance, but like it was good. So I got the sequel last night at 11 p.m. and it's now 9 a.m. and it's just arrived, and I'm so excited because this cover is so pretty online. Stardust in their veins. How pretty is that? And I think that the girls like are some of the characters. I'm still confused on the descriptions of these characters because I swear to God, on one of the pages, the author says they all have ink black jet hair, and then they're described as being brunette and blonde. So I'm unsure, but they have to be. And look how pretty they are together. So I do need to make progress with my backlist books of my Daddy Rathjar, so I will be moving on to The Bird and the Blade. But also today, I have been convinced by Christian to start reading and listening to Green Lights by Matthew McConaughey, which is like off-brand for us, but I am enjoying it. And I do really like the physical book because it's very visual. However, I'm working on my computer all day, so I'm listening to the audiobook, and then I'll like pick this up and flip through the photos and stuff.
On my work phone?
Okay.
Are you done, bruv?
You're welcome.
Guys, so I'm a chode and I really needed the Starbucks.
Yes.
So I'm going downstairs.
Yeah, I've ordered a Starbucks because the coffees we made at home were disgusting and I can't function without coffee. Yeah, I made them at home. and you refuse to drink them. Yeah, well, I've added some cinnamon. I got the, thank you for asking, the toasted vanilla oats milk latte, but with almond milk. And then I've added cinnamon to it.
God, it looks very dark.
It's yummy. It's Starbucks time. Hello, we both have today off of work, so we're chilling at home drinking Starbucks, and I just want to quickly update you because it's been like 5 days. I received this book from my mom, A Light in the Flame by Jennifer Armentrout. It is signed, it's from Barnes & Noble. It's part of the continuation series for the From Blood and Ash. Have I actually finished that first series? No. And this is book 2 in the second series, but I do plan on getting to it at some point, so I'm excited to have it. I have not made very much progress, but I am continuing on with Dark Harmony and Stardust in Their Veins, and no, I'm not reading the books I pulled from my Daddy Wrath jar because I'm just not in the mood. So we're gonna maybe read today.
I was thinking about the name of that book. I don't really know if I like it. Stardust in Their Veins.
Stardust in Their Veins, and the first one is Castles in Their Bones, so it kind of feels like they might fall over.
I'm not a fan of either name.
Yeah, it's okay. Thanks for sharing. They're going to rule castles, but then the stardust is flowing through them with power.
It's completely naturally done.
I don't think that Lord Sebastian cares. But what do you think book 3 could be? Bones, veins, hearts? I bet it's hearts. Something in their hearts.
Knights in their ass.
I hope it is. I needed to pick Fatal Thrones up because it's on my March TBR draw, and you guys, I hate it. I have finished the first 2 mini stories following both Catherine of Aragon and Anne Boleyn. So I'm on page 145. I can't continue on into Jane Seymour's story. The writing is boring, it's dull, it's nothing new if you know anything about Tudor, and like, it's just not good. I hate the way that they portrayed Anne Boleyn. I have to DNF it. I feel like I've read enough that I can review it. I don't know, do you guys like review books on Goodreads if you DNF'd it? Like, are you giving it a fair shot? I always like go back and forth with this because if I watch a movie and I hate it and I can't finish it, like I would rate that really low on IMDb. Is it the same with books? I'm disappointed by this. Good morning. Good morning, it is April 1st and I technically need to wrap up this video, but I thought I would try to binge read the rest of the Foxglove King. I'm only 20% done. But I have all day. I'm gonna turn off my phone, I'm gonna drink my coffee, I'm going to read my book. The goal of this whole video was to read the books from my TBR jar that I hadn't got to from the previous months, and it ended up me just reading whatever I wanted for a month. I don't know, let's read the book. I just read this in 2 sittings, in a day and a half. It's good, you guys. A solid 4 stars. I didn't love some of the language choices, and I definitely expected it to be more adult. There's no like heavy violence, and there's definitely no smut. Like, it's very tame, so it's hard to see why this is categorized as adult, where like Kingdom of the Wicked, Kingdom of the Cursed, Kingdom of the Feared are all YA. But this feels like a grown-up version of Throne of Glass, book 1 specifically. Throne of Glass, there's a lot of parallels. There's kind of a love triangle, but not really. I'm not a big fan of love triangles. I don't feel like this really is one. It's more of kind of like, will they, won't they? Do they like each other? Like subplots, there's death magic. There's this girl who has to go to a castle and like fight for her place. And there are a lot of parallels between Throne of Glass and the Foxglove King. I enjoyed it. I think that you should give it a try. Technically, I finished this on April 1st, but it's a new release. So if you want to spend your money on it, like this is my review of it. I enjoy it. I think you should pick it up. It's really pretty. I'll definitely be continuing on with the series. Oh my god, I have the biggest headache right now. But let's just do a quick wrap up of where I'm at the end of the month. I am currently still reading Stardust in Their Veins. I only got to page 41, but I'm really loving this, and like my prediction, you guys, is that the person on the cover of this is going to be dead by the end of the book. We shall see. I will continue reading this in April and let you know. I'm pretty sure I'm around page like 55-ish in Green Lights by Matthew McConaughey. I am listening to it on Audible. I am enjoying it. He has a fascinating life and his childhood is bonkers. I really find myself enraptured in the story of his life and he's telling it. However, he is like kind of slow in the way he speaks, you know, like Matthew McConaughey, the way he talks. So sometimes I find myself kind of just like getting sleepy when I listen to him. But this is going to be my work audiobook for the month of April. So hopefully I can finish a nonfiction book. You know, it's not really the brand and the vibe that I typically read, but every once in a while it's nice to have a palate cleanser, especially because I cannot listen to fantasy while I work. Just my brain can't do it. I am on page 181 of Dark Harmony. If I'm being perfectly honest with myself, I'm not enjoying this book, which is why I have since moved on to finishing the Throne of Glass series by the time you're seeing this video. It's just, the dialogue can be very bad. The dialogue's bad, and I don't like the way our main protagonist Calypso has developed. I really, really like her in book 1 and in the novella when they're first meeting, but by this book I find her very irritating and there's no angst anymore. It's just all romance all the time. I'm like, I need a little bit of angst, I need a little bit of hurting and longing, not just like this dark like evil villain they have to defeat. I don't know. I will finish it and hopefully by the end I enjoy it. I do like Laura Thalassa and I will be picking up her newest book. I think is called Bewitched. It's coming out April 18th. I'll pop a cover up on the screen for you now. I mean, overall it's not a bad month. You know, I've got 1 DNF, which is a shame, but she can leave my shelf. I have 3 books that I will be continuing on into April. Like, I am reading them. I have made a good dent in each of them. And I have finished 5 books this month. So if I do this thing where I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna read all these books. Like, imagine if I had finished all of these. I would have been like on fire. I hope you enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and drop a coffee emoji down below. Let me know what your drink of choice is for this month coming up in April. I just need something new and exciting, and I really wish there was pistachio in England. Let me know what you're reading in April. Let me know what you read in March. Let me know all the bookish goss down below, and let me know if you will be reading or have read any of these books. I'm hoping that with the Foxglove King, some of you do pick it up because I think it is worth our time, even though the romance isn't very like smutty adult. But I feel like it will get there. I feel like we're building. I think there's a lot of good tension that could come from this series. But anyway, thanks so much for watching and I'll see you in another video super soon.